Deep within the most desolate corners of the Siberian Taiga lies a region locals call the Dead Valley. It is a place where nature itself seems to hold its breath. In this frozen purgatory, a mission meant to save the world turned into a descent into a nightmare that defies every law of science. Deep within the most desolate corners of the Siberian Taiga lies a region locals call the Dead Valley. It is a place where nature itself seems to hold its breath. In this frozen purgatory, a mission meant to save the world turned into a descent into a nightmare that defies every law of science. U.S. intelligence received a terrifying lead. Inside a decommissioned Soviet bunker, a terrorist cell was preparing a massive cyber missile strike against Washington, D.C. To neutralize the threat, they sent in the best, the ghosts. The team: Captain Marcus alias Wolf Rain, a 45-year-old cold-blooded strategist, a survivor of Iraq and Afghanistan. For him, the mission was everything. Lieutenant Sarah alias Nix Vega, an intel and comms specialist. She carried a secret that could have ended her career. She was 1 month pregnant, yet she refused to stay behind. Sergeant Bolter O'Neill, the team's muscle, a heavy weapons expert. The mission: flying in Sikorsky CH-53 helicopters at nape of the Earth altitudes to avoid radar, the team transitioned to Snowcat armored vehicles. The temperature, minus 45 degrees. The sun was a memory. There was only fog, knee-deep snow, and a silence that felt heavy. As they approached the base, the forest was eerily empty. No wildlife, no birds, no sound. Marcus: something's wrong. Why are there no guards, no patrols? Bolter: maybe they're all inside, keeping warm, makes it easier for us. Marcus: no, this isn't right. Marcus sent Jackson and Reed ahead to scout. They returned with grim news. The perimeter was completely abandoned. The team breached the bunker with surgical precision, expecting a firefight. Instead, they found a tomb-like silence. The scene was horrific. Bullet holes riddled the walls. Blood was splattered across the floors in dark, frozen layers. But there were no bodies, not a single one. Rations, high-tech equipment, even half-finished cups of coffee were still on the tables. The people hadn't fled. They had vanished. The radio died. Static turned into rhythmic, guttural whispering. Outside, the 2 sentries, Jackson and Reed, disappeared. All that remained were their rifles dropped in the snow. No footprints, no blood, just gone. 4 guards were posted. No one slept. But toward dawn, the cold became hypnotic. When the sun rose, the sentries were gone. In a desperate search, Bolter found young Danny buried in the snow under a massive pine tree. Danny was alive, but his soul was gone. His eyes were fixed on a horror no one else could see. His tongue had been pulled back into his throat, frozen in a silent scream. He was a living corpse. "We're leaving," Marcus ordered. "This place is cursed." By the 3rd night, only 7 remained. They made a desperate camp in the woods. Suddenly, the air in the center of the camp froze solid. Sarah: "Look, in the shadows." Out of the darkness emerged a nightmare, a 7-foot-tall entity made of shifting black mist. It had a humanoid shape, but no face, only 2 burning orbs of flickering blue fire where eyes should be. Its mouth was filled with jagged, shark-like teeth. Its neck was unnaturally long, and its spindly arms reached down to its knees. Before anyone could react,
The creature lunged. It didn't strike the soldier. It passed through him. In a heartbeat, the muscular soldier withered into a husk of skin and bone. The entity had consumed his very life force. It dissipated into the air, becoming a cloud of black smoke once more. The battle. Marcus, fire at will. Bullets passed through the mist, but as the creature reformed, Marcus threw a chemical grenade. The explosion tore through the fog. A pained shriek echoed, and blue, glowing blood dripped onto the snow. Marcus, it's wounded. It's not a ghost. It's a living thing. Only 3 were left: Marcus, Sarah, and Bolter. They tracked the trail of glowing blue blood to a massive underground cavern. Inside, the walls were decorated with a macabre mosaic of human bones and skeletons. Bolter, blinded by rage, charged in with his heavy machine gun. He didn't come back. The creature was wounded, but its hunger was growing. Marcus, instead of fleeing, was consumed by a dark obsession. Marcus, I need to capture it. Think of the power, the science. We have to bring it back. Marcus set a trap at the cave's mouth. The creature took the bait, but launched a final suicidal attack. It tore through Marcus's chest with razor-sharp claws. The captain died, a victim of his own ambition, staring into the blue fire of the abyss. Sarah stood alone in the cave. She raised her weapon, but her hands trembled. The shadow stalker approached her, its presence cold as death. Sarah collapsed, clutching her stomach. The creature stopped. It leaned in, sensing something. It didn't see a soldier. It felt a pulse, the pure, untainted life force of the unborn child inside her. The predator, which had consumed dozens of souls, found the one thing it couldn't touch: innocence. The creature didn't kill her. Instead, it enveloped her in a cold, black mist. When Sarah awoke, she wasn't in the cave. She was lying at the edge of a remote Russian village, hundreds of miles away. The creature had carried her to safety. The U.S. government declared the ghost team missing in action. Sarah stayed in that small village. When she told the locals her story, they laughed. They called it a fairy tale to hide the trauma of the war. But deep in the Siberian Taiga, the black mist remains. It guards its territory, waiting for the next soul brave or foolish enough to enter the Dead Valley. If you enjoyed this classified archive, make sure to subscribe to Redacted. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a mission. Leave a comment below. Do you think the creature was a monster or a guardian? Until next time, stay alert.